Hi everyone, welcome to this video lecture on Unit 5 Special Theory of Relativity Part 3. In this video lecture, I would like to explain Michelson-Morley experiment and its negative result. In order to search for an absolute frame of reference and to determine the absolute velocity of the Earth with respect to either frame, Michelson-Morley carried out an experiment using Michelson interferometer. The experiment arrangement is shown in figure. In the diagram, S is a monochromatic source of light. L is a convex lens called collimatic lens which produces a parallel beam of light. G is an optically plane glass plate semi-silvered on its backside, which is inclined at an angle of 40 degrees to the incident beam. M1 and M2 are the two optically plane mirrors placed perpendicular to each other. The distance of M1 from G is L and the distance of M2 from G is also L. T is a telescope which is used to observe the interference pattern. The apparatus is arranged on the Earth. The Earth is moving with a velocity v relative to either. The incident beam on the glass plate is partly reflected and partly transmitted. The reflected ray 1 is traveling towards the mirror M1 and after reflection at M1 it is moving towards the glass plate G. The transmitted ray 2 is moving towards mirror M2 and after reflection at M2 the light ray is moving towards glass plate G. At the glass plate G, the two rays 1 and 2 or interfere and produces interference fringes. If the apparatus is initially at rest in either, the two reflected rays would take equal time to return the glass plate G. But actually, the whole apparatus is moving along with the Earth. Let us suppose that the direction of motion of the Earth is in the direction of initial beam. Due to the motion of the Earth, the optical paths of the two rays are not the same. The reflections at the mirrors M1 and M2 do not take place at A and B, but at A' and B' respectively due to the motion of the Earth. Thus, the times taken by the two rays to travel to the two mirrors and back to G will be different in this case. Theory. Let the two mirrors M1 and M2 at equal distance L from the glass plate G. Let C and V be the velocities of light and apparatus respectively. The reflected ray 1 from glass plate G strikes the mirror M1 at A' and not at A due to the motion of the Earth. If the apparatus is at rest, the light ray is traveling towards M1 and the reflection at A and moving towards A to G. But due to the motion of the Earth, the light ray is traveling towards G to A' and the reflection at A, the light ray is moving towards G'. The total path of the ray from G to A' and A' to G' will be G, A', G'. Then the triangle G, A', G', G' whole square, G' whole square is equal to A' whole square plus A' whole square, because A' is equal to GD. If T be the time taken by the light ray to move from G to A', then Ct's whole square is equal to Vt whole square plus L square. Therefore, T square into C square minus V square is equal to L square, or T is equal to L by square root of C square minus V square. If T1 be the time taken by the ray to travel the whole path G A dash G dash, then T1 is equal to 2T is equal to 2L by square root of C square minus V square. On solving, we get T1 is equal to 2L by C into 1 plus V square by 2C square. That is the equation 1. Now, the transmit ray 2, which is moving towards the mirror M2, has a velocity C minus V relative to the apparatus when it is moving from G to B, and during its return journey, its velocity relative to apparatus is C plus V. If T2 be the time taken by the transmit ray 2 to travel the whole path G to B and G dash to B dash, then T2 is equal to L by C minus V plus L by C plus V. In the diagram, the transmit ray is 2 traveling from G to B initially. After reflection, it is traveling from B dash to G dash. B dash to G dash. During the motion from G to B, the velocity is C minus V. During the motion from B dash to G dash, the velocity is C plus V. Then the total time taken T2 is equal to L by C minus V plus L by C plus V. On solving, we get T2 is equal to 2L by C into 1 plus V square by C square. That is equation 2. Thus, the difference in times of travel is delta T is equal to T2 minus T1, that is equal to 2L by C into 1 plus V square by C square minus 2L by C into 1 plus V square by 2C square. On solving, we get delta T is equal to LV square by C cube, that is equation 3. Therefore, optical path difference between two rays is given by delta is equal to velocity into time difference, that is equal to C into delta T. If lambda is the wavelength of light used, then the path difference in terms of wavelength is delta is equal to LV square by C square lambda, that is the equation 4. Michelson and Morley performed the experiment in 2 steps because the earth is rotating around the sun. During the motion of the earth, every 6 months the direction of motion of the earth changes. So, Michelson and Morley performed the experiment in 2 steps, that is, firstly by the setting shown in figure, and secondly by turning the apparatus through 9 degrees. When the apparatus is turning through 9 degrees, the positions of 2 mirrors are changed. Now, the path difference is in opposite directions, that is, the path difference is delta is equal to minus LV square by C square lambda. The resultant path difference now becomes delta is equal to LV square by C square lambda minus of minus LV square by C square lambda, that is equal to 2LV square by C square lambda, that is equation 5. The change in optical path difference by delta corresponds to a shift of 1 fringe, and hence the path difference 2LV square by C square lambda corresponds to a shift of 2LV square by C square lambda. Therefore, fringe shift N is equal to 2LV square by C square lambda, that is equation 6. That means, due to the motion of the earth, the light rays 1 and 2 differ by a path difference delta. Due to this, the fringes displaces through a distance n called fringe shift. The fringe shift n is equal to 2LV square by C square lambda. In Michelson experiment, L is equal to 1.0 to the power of 3 centimeters, lambda is equal to 5 into 10 to the power of minus 5 centimeters, V is equal to 3 into 10 to the power of 6 centimeters per second, and C is equal to 3 into the power of 10 centimeter per second. On substituting these values in the expression of fringe shift, we get fringe shift n is equal to 0.4 fringe. Thus, a shift of less than half a fringe was only expected. Michelson and Morley could not observe any measurable fringe shift. They repeat the experiment at different points on the Earth's surface and in the different seasons of the year, but they could not detect any measurable shift. So, it was a null result or a negative result. Explanation of negative result. Either drag theory and Fitzgerald-Lorentz contraction hypothesis fails to explain the negative result, but negative result was explained by light velocity hypothesis. The negative result suggests that it is impossible to measure the speed of the earth relative to ether, or the concept of a fixed frame of reference like ether filling all space cannot be checked by experiment. In this way, the null result experiment lead to the total rejection of ether hypothesis. They suggest that the speed of light in vacuum is the same in all frames of reference which are in uniform relative motion. In this way, we can describe the Michelson-Morley experiment and explanation of negative result of the Michelson-Morley experiment. Thank you.